Okay, let's try three more factoring problems. Now, here we are looking at this thing. This looks a lot more complicated than the first four. We've got a minus 1, and here we have 1 minus a. Well, they're very similar. Hey, there's a special trick called a switch around, so that if I put a negative, if I change this plus to a negative, if I change the sign of both of these, you're allowed to do that. It's like multiplying by negative 1 here and by negative 1 here. If you multiply by negative 1 twice, it's just like multiplying by 1. It's not changing anything. So you can switch that to minus 25, and then this becomes a minus 1. Now the problem gets easier because you look at both things and you say to yourself, what's the common factor? Well, a minus 1 is in both, so you write it down once. You write the common factor down once, just like we did in 3.1 and 3.2. Write down the common factor. And then we have a difference of squares, just like this one, a squared minus 4. So you go a squared minus 25. Well, that's a plus 5, a minus 5, because they're both squares. That's how you factor a difference of squares. Now this one is a little trickier, and you have to be kind of careful. Hey, but we just did x squared minus y squared, and that would be, if we changed it to that, it would be x plus y and x minus y. Then we'd have minus x minus y. But if we have to change it into a kind of a bracket, so we've got a factor here. Well, this is how we do it. We go minus x minus y like this, and the x squared minus y squared, so we just change the order of things, but instead of minus x minus y, we write minus and then a bracket x plus y. But x squared minus y squared, that's x plus y, x minus y. Well, now we have another common factor problem. X plus y is in both here. It's a factor of itself and right here. So we can write it down once and then write down the other factors, x minus y. And what would we multiply x plus y to get? This minus x plus, we have to put a 1 there. That's why there's a minus 1 there. Let's try one more question. What about this one? 2x to the 4th minus 2. Well, the first thing you do is any common factors? Well, there's 2 in both. So you go 2 times x to the 4th, 2 times minus 1. But then you go, oh, this is x squared times x squared, but that's 1 squared. So it's x squared plus 1, x squared minus 1. But we're not finished, because the x squared minus 1 we can write as x plus 1 times x minus 1. So there it is, all factored out. There are 4 factors: 2, x squared plus 1, x plus 1, and x minus 1. 4 factors there. Okay, we'll do the last ones in a separate video.